Right, hi everyone, I'm Tom McInnes from Glasgow Kelvin College. I'm currently the Learning Development Technologist, I think is my job title this week. It'll probably be different next week. I've been invited along to speak to you about micro-credentials. We've started using kind of online self-generated certificates within the kind of Moodle instance. And the reason for that, to give you some background, is we have 4 instances of Moodle. A lot of what we do now, post-pandemic, the kind of core college setup has moved further into teams, and their teaching staff are now resistant to use the learning management system in the way that it was originally intended. So now what we find is we're using it predominantly for schools groups, youth access programs, widening access programs, and all non-modular activity. Now, to put that in context for you, Glasgow Kelvin has partnership agreements with North East community. So we have pre-pandemic 42 what would be known as outreach centres. So they're community centres that generate access to our software sets and our learning materials. All of that's non-modular traffic. What would happen is a lovely young woman called Anna Keller would get a spreadsheet, and all of the kind of courses that other young people had carried out, she would then generate a certificate. Reprographics would produce it, it would get a hardback envelope, it would be posted out, and through a conversation with our sustainability manager, Sarah Shea, we kind of started thinking, well, how do we eliminate all of that cost and start thinking about carbon footprints and stuff? And the reason that we kind of went down this way is because it's a more modern way to manage the attainment level and manage the way that they're kind of popping up in your course. So I'm going to show you what I've done here with the HeadStart program. HeadStart is essentially what you guys are doing right across kind of further education. You know, you're kind of thinking digital awareness, online safety, health and well-being, and there's a big push on what we like to call 21st century cloud-based technologies, but what that actually means is a Microsoft platform. So what we wanted to do was retrospectively award students a certificate that basically allowed them to see what they had gained soft skills wise simply by being at college. So we started to introduce this. I'm going to open it up. There were 2 programs that we kind of started with. HeadStart last year, block 3, there was one called Digital Ready. They're actually back to front. It should have been HeadStart then Digital Ready. You can speak to our vice principal for curriculum for that. And inside this, there's a custom cert module. Now that's an activity module that you basically just download as a plugin and install it onto your Moodle instance. So what I will say now, because we've already had the sword bit with us, I've got round this just now by inviting partners to take the brand guidelines for the certificate. So I'm going to show you one for the Young Enterprise Scotland in a minute. And the reason for that is we're going through a new kind of marketing and rebrand for the college. So everything that we do is going through our brand champion. So what we don't want, because it's an activity module, is teaching staff generating their own wee certificates and putting them out with Glasgow Kelvin's name all over them. So the templates will be built by us, me, and they'll use one of 3 and they'll be approved. There's actually, it's been a bit of a learning curve this, because the one that I'm going to show you shortly with Young Enterprise Scotland, there's been 6 meetings just to get to this stage with their certs, because it's their colour branding, it's their brand guidelines. And then now that that's been approved, it's went back to our quality manager and it goes up to SCQF, because their brand guidelines for the use of their logo has to be approved as well. And you've got all of that to go on. What I like about the certifications is we brought in the use of applied codes and the QR code for verification. So if you think, for instance, we do a lot of stuff like pre-apprenticeship training, pre-apprenticeship electrical, pre-apprenticeship plumbing, build services, all of that kind of stuff. And when you get young people generating these certificates, we want them to be able to allow those to be scanned at an interview, and it verifies that they have actually did the course, right? So I'm going to show you now. Get out of my nappy breathing glasses. Right, okay, so the bottom left-hand corner of the cert is a QR code. You can all kind of see that. And then we'll go into the other side. There's a distinct code which is generated for the certificate. The distinct code belongs to the student name. We're single sign-on. because of the Office 365 integration. So that code applies to that user with the college email address. And that's automatically pushed out through Power BI, so faculty can see the engagement on a dashboard. So just now for HeadStart, we're sitting at 37% of our student body of 3,500. So that's 1,045 users who have successfully completed the course. What does that mean for further education? Last year, Digital Ready had 932 users, which generated 2,600 credits for the college. So we've surpassed that just now. Now that's great, but we're only using about 34% engagement just now. So what will happen is faculty will get these wee printouts from BI. They'll say, why 60% of your class is not engaging? And they'll crack on with their kind of, the directors of Moodle for that. So the big one is, this is what you get when you scan the code. So if you look at the breadcrumb, you'll see that it's locked. So it's hidden. You don't see the file for that. What you get is a confirmation of the code of the course, and the user's name, and that's it in a verified box underneath. So for people that are interviewing or prospective employers or anything like that, with young people that we're dealing with, they can see that they're not lying to them. They haven't printed it off. It's connected to the college Moodle, and that's as much as we give them. That's as much as the information that they get. So this is Young Enterprise Scotland. This is the one that's had 6 meetings so far. The top logo will be going to the bottom logo will come to the top, the European qualifications will be removed, and SCQF will be enlarged slightly based on their brand guidelines. And what they have for that programme, because it's 4 modules, but from a credit capture perspective and how they draw down funding, our students, our skills groups that are on this programme only have to complete 70% engagement. So the way that we're kind of got around that is we've introduced the digital badges. So for the first 3 units, if they do 70%, they'll be automatically issued a digital badge. And then on module 4, when they complete their 70%, provided they meet the parameters, they'll be issued with a certificate automatically generated. What I will say about using this, if you're going to apply this to any of your courses, it will automatically retrospectively issue all users who've met the requirements. So if you don't warn them, and then they'll log it a wee email, and then everybody will freak out, and then they'll message the ICT department because they're all getting hit with certificates. Right? It's perfectly normal, so it's nothing to worry about. But that's the way we've done it, and the reason that that's quite a handy way of going about it is because it's Young Enterprise Scotland's colour set. It's Young Enterprise Scotland's brand. So what we're doing is we're offering this additional part of the partnership agreement by certifying them in this way, and it seems to be working. The long-term plan for this is to apply it. We have a new instance being created now, which will upgrade the youth access and upgrade the widening access, and all of that will have online automatic certificates issued. From the college point of view, they can immediately pick up on engagement and attainment without the need of the kind of age-old exporting PDFs and Excel documents and fast forwarding. So now what it does, thanks to Aaron, is that activity module, the certificate activity module, pushes out to Power BI. And that's why they now have a dashboard. And HeadStart's the only one I can't show you just now because I can't get into our internet page. And I'll give you a really. But that's the whole idea behind it. And the reason that they're picking up on it is because of the authentication, it's because of the QR code, it's because the code is locked. In fact, I think I can show you. That's the output against the certificates. If you look at the right-hand column, you'll see that the codes are applied. That's how you verify. And they belong to individual users. But for us, it's single sign-on. That will change for Young Enterprise Scotland, and it will change for the new Learning Network accounts because we're going to allow them to use and generate accounts using their own email addresses again. This is solely Glasgow Kelvin College's what we call the in-house Moodle. This is for full-time and part-time students only. So what we do with these programs is automatically enrol them, and they only access it when they go in. So when they hit the enrol me button, their account becomes live. But all 3,567 students this year have been enrolled on the course, but only 1,222 have taken it up as yet. So you're looking at more of those numbers before the end of the academic year. But again, we've done our bit, that's up to them. I think that's pretty much all I really wanted to say to you guys. I know I'm going quick here because I know we're kind of running behind time, so I'm open to questions.